Mr. Speaker, we are 2 months away from the deadline on approving an extension to the Brexit negotiations. Michel Barnier has been clear. The UK is refusing to engage seriously on a number of fundamental issues. The government is shamefully gambling our economic future with a no-deal Brexit in the middle of a health emergency. Why is the government threatening to isolate our economy at the end of the year during the biggest economic crisis of our time?
First Secretary.
Can I thank the honourable gentleman and join with him in sending those messages of goodwill to Carrie Symonds and the Prime Minister and, of course, their new baby boy. I'm not sure I'd be quite taking the word of Michel Barnier for the state of progress in the negotiations quite as readily and as uncritically as the honourable gentleman has. But let's be very clear about it. Our position is unchanged. The transition period ends on the 31st of December. That is enshrined in law. There's no intention of changing that. And actually, what we should do now, given the uncertainty and the problems and the challenges coronavirus has highlighted for us, but also for our European friends, and I've worked extremely closely with our German, French and all of our other European partners, is focus on removing any additional uncertainty, doing a deal by the end of the year and allowing both the UK and the European Union and all of its member states to bounce back as we come through the coronavirus.
Ian Blackford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What we should be doing is removing uncertainty, and we should be putting a stop to these talks. We should be making sure that we protect our businesses, and the failure by the First Secretary to rule out a no-deal Brexit should alarm us all. Mr. Speaker, the World Trade Organization predicts that world trade may fall by 32% this year. The IMF says the global economy will suffer its worst financial crisis since the 1930s, and the OBR warns that the UK economy could shrink by 35%. That means 2 million people are at risk of losing their jobs. Refusing to admit the inevitability of an extension isn't a tough or a clever negotiating tactic. It's a reckless and a foolish gamble. Will the Secretary of State embrace common sense and recognise the need for a Brexit extension, show some leadership, face down the hardliners in the Tory party, extend the Brexit transition and let us all get on with the job of tackling this health crisis together?
First Secretary.
Can I thank the honourable gentleman? So first of all, if his desire is to avoid more uncertainty, then the right thing for us to do is double down, get a deal by the end of this year. If his desire is to dig ourselves out of the economic challenges that we, the European Union, the world face, then the answer isn't to engage in protectionism, but to do this deal, give a shot in the arm to businesses on both sides of the channel, and that is what we're absolutely wholeheartedly focused on doing, and we're doing it as one united kingdom.